Up until today, it never made much sense to me how and why people can be so financially comfortable in a world like this. So if you stay until the end of this video, you'll find out exactly what is happening and how it's accelerating, how it's affecting you financially and personally, and what you can actually do about it as the time gets scarcer and scarcer and scarcer. Now, I start to understand why most people don't have that sense of urgency and don't have that sense of uncomfort or discomfort. It's because they feel like they're doing everything right. Because to you, you're working hard, you save responsibly, you follow the rules of the system, but somehow it kind of feels like you're just walking in place. And I want to admit that you're not crazy. You're simply on a treadmill that keeps you exactly there. When this happened to me, I started to question everything. My own abilities, my talents, my education, and even in the worst case, myself. Started to look at myself deep down internally, wondering, am I enough for a system like this? Not a single job office wanted to work with me. And I had a very, very deep doubt inside about, is this going to work out? Is this going to get me where I want to go to? Is this going to let me take care of those people I love the most and be able to spend more time with them? And each and every time when I started to advance and finally found something that gave me hope, I hit this invisible ceiling. And I want to admit that this is not your fault. Active income simply has a hard ceiling capped by two major things. One is your time, like how much time you put into obtaining that money. And two is your effort, the exact effort it takes for you to generally just get there. And when most people go about like calculating their financial goals in life, what they do is they start to take a look at how much time is it going to cost me and what specific effort is going to be on the line to get there. But that in and out itself is a ceiling because that's how you calculate things rather than having something on the side that works for you. And the math is pretty simple. You are not able to outwork a system mathematically designed to dilute your paycheck. Now, silent theft across the world is happening, and you might not be aware about it because CPI, consumer, like the inflation in general, the way they're showing you the numbers, the consumer price index, whatever they refer to it, is diluting you, is stealing your money. And since 2020, over 40% of the entire US dollar supply was printed out of thin air, which means that your money is losing values as you watch this video by roughly 8% every single year. If we round that up and you're making, let's say, $3 to $5 grand a month, that's $300 to $500 each and every single month that you're losing. And you feel the pain. Maybe you're not even aware the pain is even there, but now you are. And of course, you get skeptical. You saw 1,001 solutions out there. You're kind of like playing it slowly for yourself. But that game of playing it slowly and never taking action is the exact reason your money is bleeding right now and you're getting robbed by a system that is made to do so. And there's no thief or burglar to arrest. So just look at the chart, by the way. This is the United States money supply, M2 of all dollars in culmination with the savings and all that stuff. And you can just generally see how throughout time, if you look at 2020 over here, how massive amounts of money got printed out of thin air. $6.31 trillion, a 40.95% increase. Then even worse, over time, $1.96 trillion. Well, not worse in terms of numbers, but the whole point I'm trying to bring home is when they were blaming a virus to take over the whole world and they called this thing transitory inflation, they were stealing from your savings, not just through taxes and all that stuff, but through printing more of it. And if there is more of something, that means every single unit of dollar or any other type of other currency that also fell for this same trap is losing value as we speak. That value translates to less time with those you love, more grind, less like things you're able to accomplish financially, personally, and that hurts. It's a pain you can't hide. So it's a one-way street because most people don't know better, right? They have money, make their way to the bank, get projected 0.4% interest if they're lucky, and then on a federal level, 5% plus yield gets generated on the back of these hardworking people. So the banks are taking in the deposit. They're promising you meager returns, and then in reward, like as a reward for that, the shadow banks, the banks beyond it all make massive yields. And so every single time when you get presented something that cuts it at a higher level, like DeFi, crypto, decentralized finance, this thing where there's no middleman besides you, you start to get skeptical. You start to think, it's too good to be true because like the returns I'm looking at, they're too high. And that's generally sad because it's all based on either bad experiences through false and fake parties or just generally not knowing better than the traditional system that keeps you exactly where you're at. And my goal is to change that today. You take the risk of inflation, which is money printing, and they take the rewards. So it's time for a better thing. Now, I want you to be aware that the squeeze is accelerating. When I talk about the squeeze, I talk about a second industrial revolution that is somewhat taking place right now. Because at this exact moment, your money is worth less. Corporate safety nets, they're completely vanishing. 40% of all white-collar rules will be redefined by AI agents by 2026. Even the new Disney CEO stepped in just to fire 1,000 people. And I mean, like, if this is a decision that needs to happen on a business level, it's a decision. But again, those are 1,000 ruined families with either a dad or a mom that steps in with some news that I once got presented when I lost my job out of nowhere. Enough about me, enough about them, but it makes me furious knowing that this is the world we're living in today and there's no backup plan. There is no plan B. At least that's what it seems like. So we're seeing how the middle class basically gets eroded and vanishes. And this era is going to be the end of ownership as we call it today. And this makes me furious as well. Because if you stay on this treadmill and if you always fear change because it kind of feels new or too good to be true because it's not saturated, then the end game is already here. Because the rollout of things like a central bank digital currency or a CBDC or a digital identity will completely ruin the way we look at money. Just imagine you wake up, you received your salary, and your salary gets an expiration date. Sorry, sir or madam, there's no way to give out your money in the way like we know it today. There's an expiration date. People might look at me and think like it's a conspiracy thing, but then look at the whole Iran conflict as we see it at this point of recording the video. The International Energy Agency is already warning people to work on Sundays again and to eventually like use their car less, like through car-free Sundays and all that stuff. So whether you're on the side of believing this stuff or whether you're on the side of like completely being against it, no worries. The formula is the same, right? So I want to prevent you from running into that. China already has it, something called WeChat. And if you don't believe me, just look up the Atlantic Council to see the real-time development in countries that might eventually even be yours. Now, the invisible cage is being built as we speak. And just imagine waking up to a future where you can no longer control your money. If you can no longer control your money, that means you can no longer control your time. That means you're living in a digital cage where the rules are defined by those in full control of your life. And the majority of people is already somewhat tired of what they're seeing in the world, but things don't seem to get better. And I'm not a doom thinker myself. I see all of these posts on social media with people getting labeled a conspiracy theorist. I'd rather be on the site that makes you aware and then presents a solution that I've been able to use to get to $1.5 million by the age of 25. So there is a way out. And that's what I want to present today. You can step outside of this broken system if you realize that the old way is failing. You do not have to wait for the cage to close. There is a better way. Faster settlements, no closure dates, no middlemen, all that stuff. A faster and proven vehicle that allows you to make money on the site. If you don't have time to waste and you generally just want to see what it is right away and get a one-on-one call with myself, go down below this video. Book yourself a brainstorm call to see if you qualify. And this is not for everybody, by the way. It's not a mass invite. I'm helping 200 plus people at this point in time. And this is only for hardworking people who are sick and tired of hitting that income ceiling. If you're seeking a lottery ticket or an exit in your life, or you're willing to play the victim of society, this is not for you. This is for established professionals, whether that means you have a 9-to-5 or a business, that are sick and tired of all of this stuff playing into full effect right now, that want to get out ASAP before the doors of that digital cage are fully closed. So, income has a ceiling, but wealth doesn't. Stop acting like the customer paying the fees. Start acting like the infrastructure collecting from them. Massive, epic typo, but I'm a big believer that imperfection leads to the best outcomes. And this is called the digital ATM model. Now, for you to understand how this model works, you'd have to take a minute to look at how your traditional bank works. Each and every time when you walk up to the wall of an ATM or a bank, like in a bank, or you swipe your card, like either through Apple Pay, the NFC on any type of phone, then the situation is always the same. There's a middleman making a fee on your action. No matter if this is an action because you're completely like angry at someone, because it's an action because you feel afraid, or because it's an action you feel happy, your emotions don't add up to it. You spend money, they take a fee. And so for the first time ever, we can get those same fees on a personal level like the banks used to have by using the digital ATM model. It's pretty simple. There's a buyer and seller that steps in. You position yourself as a middleman that helps them to pay lower fees on each and every transaction. And for doing so, you generate fees on the other hand side. To give you a very simple example and put this into perspective, imagine if I am a guy that wants to get rid of my apples and I want to get oranges in return for those apples. There need to be enough oranges for me to be able to get rid of my apples. So some people step in to provide those oranges, so there's enough of them, we call that liquidity, so that I am able to easily execute my trades. Because if there is less of something, scarcity goes up, that means the price shoots up, and that means that my transaction might be a little bit harder to do. So if there's an abundance of the asset we're willing to get to, of course trading in the first asset, then we can help them to pay a lower fee, and for doing so, we get rewarded because they can now trade easier and we actually make a fraction of that transaction fee. We're not trading at all, by the way. These people are just moving money based on things they see. They're getting from Ethereum to US dollars, for example. They're getting from another asset to Ethereum. Whatever transaction they do, as long as it's within a pair you've set up for yourself with this exact vehicle, you are generating fees. And the best part is that this happens whether the market goes up, down, or sideways, without trading, without being a tech know-how guy, and without ever spending over 2 to 3 hours a week. So if you look at the price box example over here, what we can see is at the bottom, we would see like time, like day to day to day, based on what this chart is set to. On the right-hand axis, we would basically see like the dollar price, and then the chart itself is representing Ethereum. So it shows you how Ethereum moves through time and how each unit of Ethereum is getting a certain dollar price. Now, the digital ATM works based on us setting up a price box, so where we can define like, hey, we expect Ethereum to wig out to this level and at the top, and then at the bottom, we expect the price to be there. You could say this is gambling. Essentially, it's not, because this is not like we're setting it to 2% or whatsoever. You can have wide ranges and still massively out-earn every single traditional vehicle out there. It's not a financial promise. It's just a financial observation. So what you can see is if these prices consistently like stay within this box, you guessed it, I am generating fees whether markets go up, down, or sideways. Even when a bloody red candle like this is showing up and then we go back again, I am generating my fees. And it's the best part because this is what allows me to buy back time without being glued to a screen or being a day trader. And if you were to just hold on to Ethereum from 2021 to 2026 as we speak, you would not be in the best position. But within a price box like this one, you would be able to every single day see how those assets are generating fees for you, not based on what prices are doing, but based on how many people are actively getting from dollar to Ethereum or the other way around for this specific pair. And that's what makes this model so interesting, because right now it's not longer about I make money based on where a price is at. It's all based on I make money based on how many transactions are actively happening. And so Ethereum and USD, by the way, is just an example. There's many lucrative pairs, many lucrative strategies. We all keep it super, super simple, but it's just to make you understand it. Now, the main thing I want you to get out of this all is that profit in any direction is essentially the outcome of this vehicle. And this is not trading. We do not guess where prices are going because we are creating the system. We're not the gamblers. We're essentially the house. I always tell my students, if you want to gamble, go to Vegas. I'd rather be the casino, you know? And that's basically because of the way I position myself. And they are the casino as well because they copy paste this method. So that's what we're looking at. And the maintenance of this thing is 2 to 3 hours a week if you get your hands on the right knowledge and the right guidance at the right time. If you try to do all of this yourself, it's usually going to take you way much longer and you're going to get the mistakes with that. Now, these transaction fees compound daily. Every single week, what my students and myself are making, On a Sunday, Ethereum has the so-called lowest gas fees, which is where we can get those fees out, put them back into the position, so the initial invested capital grows, and for that reason gives us more fees in return. Risk and reward ratios can always be picked upon, but then again, the only risk with stuff like this is if you're making 10% a month with a strategy like this and Ethereum would go up 50%, you lost 40% in opportunity at the top side. Towards the bottom, it's just a matter of stepping out, rebalancing as we call it, and then just setting up a new price box for yourself. So we're basically creating an exponential snowball of financial growth. Unlike a house or a retirement account, your capital is never locked and immediately liquid. You can immediately click it out of that position, available the exact moment you want, and put it on your phone. Now, paired with this, we have a whole bulletproof security setup that I apply with my students so they can never get hacked. All of the security flaws, contract exploits, all these things that we're seeing day to day get massively prevented by setting up this exact vehicle. And I hear you thinking, well, there has to be a path if there's a solution, and that's correct. There are two ways to lose money when it comes down to investing. One is through your own mistakes. Another is to a shortcut and by investing in your education. While I'm not sure how and if I might be able to help you, given what I just told you before, either you can keep Googling, make costly mistakes, watch inflation and money printing eat your savings, or you can get the exact blueprint through this digital ATM model. Whether you stop or not, the money printer will never stop. The digital cage is being built. One day, the doors to something like this will get closed. So there is simply no risk in going down and booking your brainstorm call right now. On the call, you'll get to talk to me one-on-one, and we'll actually take a look at where you're at right now, what you've tried before, where you want to go to, and see how and if it would make sense for us to work together. Also, two more things before I leave. If you check my YouTube channel, there will be a link in my bio that allows you to click on so you can make it to my free school community where I'm guiding people within that community through live sessions now and then, updates that I'm sharing, and actual insight into how this process works. But if you want deeper, proven help, again, go down below this video and book your brainstorm call. Also, I recently shot a video about that community that should be somewhere on the screen right now. Just click that video if you want to see what the community looks like. And with that being said, I see you on the other side, whether that's the community or the call, or if you're epic, even both. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.